I'm joined now by Ben Howe, contributing editor for Red State and Never Trump Conservative. Ben, this is the ultimate told you so moment. I woke up this morning, we all watched him basically, he might as well have tweeted an image of himself as the Joker with a lit match. And this is what folks like yourself have been saying to the Republican Party. This is what we warned you of.
Well, yeah, and the previous guest, the congressman, is a perfect example of what the entire Republican Party is going to experience for the next several years. More so if he was to somehow still win this, having to back up and support comments and statements and actions that are deplorable and pretend like he actually sat there for a moment and questioned whether or not he would continue to support someone after they said that they liked raping people.
Yes, I asked him. I just asked him,
do that?
Would you, if he was caught on tape saying, I like raping women, would that make you withdraw your endorsement? And Congressman said that would be bad, and he was unclear about whether that would be the straw that broke the camel's back.
They have a candidate that can't be controlled, and rather than continuing to push their own ideas or to have a base of what the party stands for, they've decided to just latch on to whatever he says. Now, what's interesting is that is the way to support Trump. I mean, I've said that for a long time. If you want to support Trump, what you have to do is pretend that everything he said is correct and deny lies right in front of your face, just totally deny that they even happened. That's the only way you can support him, because there's no way to intellectually, honestly support this guy. There's no way you can do it, and that's one of the reasons that I never have.
I mean, he is now poised for I mean, Matt Makoviak, who's a sort of Never Trump political consultant down in Austin, Texas, we've had on the show. You know, he refers to a mass extinction event, the possibility of that. I mean, if he spends the next 28 days running and we know that Steve Bannon said he wanted to B-slap the Republican Party, that he wants to bring down Paul Ryan. I mean, if Steve Bannon, the CEO of the campaign, the man behind Breitbart, who bragged of being his campaign manager back in 2015 before he came on board, if this is what they want to do, they can cause tremendous damage.
Well, causing tremendous damage is all they have left. I mean, I can't believe that people that are around him would actually think he has a shot at winning at this point. Because let's face it, there's no way that the October surprises are done. There's no way that Donald Trump is done making an ass out of himself. Over and over, I mean, you know, when Ted Cruz endorsed him, when other people that I used to support endorsed him, they would say, you know, well, this is who he is and we all know who he is, and they would forget that he's going to reveal new things. And it's not just going to be the, you know, stuff from 2005. It's going to be new things that he has said. And I think that going forward, people who don't understand that it's just going to get worse from here, it is going to cause that mass extinction event that Matt was talking about.
You've written, I think, really powerfully about the incentive structure in the sort of conservative media, the world of the conservative movement. And I want to be clear here that I don't want to get on my high horse here, right? Because there are incentive structures everywhere. There's incentive structures in cable news. There's incentive structures in all kinds of different parts of the media. But how much is that? How much can you explain what we're seeing in the demand side of what the market demands from conservative media figures, from what the base demands from their politicians?
Well, look, I think that when it comes to conservative media, there has been a civil war of sorts. It's split up between people who lead by what they think and those who lead by what the base asks for. And I do think that there's a demand, and it's obviously in the millions of people who just salivate for this outrage. They want this outrage culture, and I think Donald Trump feeds into that, obviously, and it's a great, you know, circle jerk, for lack of a better term. And I think that after the election is over, these guys are going to get together and they're going to continue to do that. Trump TV is something I think is really going to happen. And, you know, Bannon and Breitbart and Drudge and Jones and all those guys, I think, are going to continue to feed off of this outrage culture and make money off of it. But I don't think that it represents a huge portion of the electorate.
That is, I think, very accurate. We'll see where all this goes. Thank you, Ben Howe. Appreciate it.